You're sitting at a red light in a modest sedan, nothing fancy, paid for. To your left, a blacked out truck rolls up, chrome delete, lifted, the kind of machine that costs 90,000 Canadian dollars before tax. To your right, another one. Same story. You glance down at your dashboard, then back up, and a quiet thought creeps in. You know what people earn around here. The average salary in your town is $65,000 a year before tax. So how is it that the two people boxing you in at this intersection are each driving something worth more than they make in a year and a half? The math is broken. Or is it? Let me show you exactly how they're doing it. Because it isn't magic. It's engineering. Financial engineering. It starts with the loan. 10 years ago, the standard car loan in Canada was 5 years, 60 months. You bought the truck, you paid it off, you drove it free and clear for another 5. Simple. But somewhere along the way, the dealerships found a trick. They stopped selling you the truck, they started selling you the payment. Here's how it works. Take an $80,000 truck on a 5-year loan at 6.5%. Your payment is about $1,560 a month. That number scares people. It should. So the dealer smiles and says, what if we stretched it out? And they slide it to 96 months, 8 years. Suddenly that same truck is only about $1,100 a month. Your brain relaxes. $1,100 feels doable. You sign. But watch what just happened underneath. On the 5-year loan, you'd have paid around $14,000 in interest. On the 8-year loan, at the higher rate those long terms carry, you pay more than $26,000 in interest. Alone. That's a second invisible truck's worth of value handed to the bank in exchange for a monthly number that feels $400 lighter. And this is now normal. In Canada today, half of all new car loans stretch to 84 months or longer, and the 96-month loan, once a rare thing, now makes up roughly 1 in 10 new loans. By the numbers, we are about 5 times more likely than Americans to be trapped in a loan this long. But the payment trick only explains part of it, because plenty of the people in those trucks aren't paying $1,100 a month out of their salary at all. This is the part nobody talks about at the dinner table. For 15 years, the housing boom in the GTA and the Lower Mainland did something strange to ordinary people. A teacher who bought a bungalow for $400,000 watched it climb to $1.3 million. On paper, they became a millionaire. Not because they earned it, because their neighborhood inflated around them. I call these folks atmosphere billionaires. Rich in a number they can't eat, can't spend, and didn't work for. And here's what they were told they could do with it. Open a home equity line of credit, a HELOC. It lets you borrow against the value trapped in your walls, often at a rate tied to prime, cheaper than any car loan. So they don't finance the truck through the dealer at all. They pull $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 out of the house and buy the truck with their kitchen, their staircase, their spare bedroom. That is not a metaphor. That is literally what the collateral is. And Canadians are doing this at a scale that should stop you cold. Outstanding HELOC balances in this country have climbed past $230 billion, a record. The highest pile of home equity debt we have ever carried. The truck in the next lane may not be sitting on a salary at all. It's sitting on a house. Now here's where it turns into a trap that closes behind you. It's called the rollover. Say you bought a truck 3 years ago. You've been paying it faithfully, but on a long loan, the truck loses value faster than you pay it down. Today it's worth $30,000, but you still owe $50,000. You're what the industry calls underwater. You owe $20,000 more than the thing is worth. Most people in this spot have no idea until they want the new model. So they go to the dealer. And the dealer says the magic words, "Don't worry, we'll take care of that." What they mean is, they'll take your $20,000 of leftover debt and quietly bolt it onto your next loan. You drive off in a brand new $80,000 truck and you owe $100,000 on it. 6 figures of debt on the very first day. On a machine that started losing value the second it left the lot. In Canada, nearly 1 in 3 people trading in a vehicle is already underwater when they walk in. The rollover doesn't fix that. It just moves the hole into a bigger truck. Let me paint you a picture of what this actually looks like from the outside. Imagine a beautiful wooden dock stretching out over a lake. Cedar planks, clean rails, 2 chairs at the end. That dock is the Canadian lifestyle, the truck, the house, the whole picture of having made it. From the shore, it looks solid, permanent. But under the waterline, where nobody's looking, the support posts are sitting in salt water. And that salt water is debt at today's interest rates. creeping a little higher every year. Slowly, quietly, it rots the posts from the inside. The dock still holds. You can still walk out and sit at the end and feel wealthy, right up until the first big storm, a job loss, a rate reset, a blown transmission, and the whole thing drops into the water at once. It didn't fail suddenly. It had been failing the entire time. You just couldn't see the posts. And even without a storm, there's a slower problem. Think of your salary as a small, hard-working tugboat. Reliable engine, steady, does its job. Now chain a 20-ton iron anchor to the back of it. That's the truck. Here's the cruel part. You can still move. You'll still make progress, month to month, for a while. But your little engine is now burning through every drop of fuel it has just to drag that weight forward. All that horsepower, all that effort, and you look up after a year, and you're in almost exactly the same place. You didn't get ahead. You just got tired. That is what a $100,000 truck does to a $65,000 income. Now, a quick word on running the thing, because in 2026, the picture actually changed. For years, everyone blamed the carbon tax for the pain at the pump. But here's your reality check. The federal consumer carbon tax, the fuel charge, was set to 0 back in 2025 and has since been formally scrapped. So no, that is not what's draining the truck owners anymore. The real costs are quieter, and they never left. A heavy half-ton truck still drinks fuel by the tank, and global oil prices don't care about your monthly payment. Insurance on a $90,000 vehicle is dramatically higher than on that paid-off sedan. And the tires, a full set for one of these trucks, can run well over $2,000, and you'll replace them sooner because of the weight. Add oil, brakes, and the first out-of-warranty repair, and you're often looking at hundreds of dollars a month in operating costs, before the mortgage, before the Loblaws bill, before anything that actually feeds your family. The CRA isn't taxing your fuel anymore. Physics still is. So let's go back to that red light. 2 blacked-out trucks, boxing in your modest little sedan, and I want to change what you see when you look at them. Because the wealthiest person at that intersection is almost never the one in the $90,000 truck. That person may be one bad month away from the whole dock going under. The wealthiest person is far more likely to be the one you didn't even notice, the one in the paid-off 10-year-old SUV, a little dusty, no lift kit, no chrome, because they understand the one thing the whole game is designed to make you forget. Appearance is what you show people. Equity is what you actually own. A finance truck is a monthly bill wearing a costume. A paid-off vehicle, however plain, is freedom you can park in the driveway. So the next time that truck pulls up beside you and you feel that little flicker of how are they affording that, remember the honest answer. Most of them aren't. And you, in your quiet, boring, fully paid-for car, you might already be winning the only race that counts. If this video helped, like and hit subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.